Hey YouTube, I thought I would make a video tonight. I was going to yesterday evening. However, I really wasn't doing that well and really struggling. And, oh, that's my cat, sorry. And I just didn't really feel the motivation to make a video. Plus, I feel like it would have just gone to like a suicidal rant, and then that would be on the internet, and I didn't want that to happen. So I had a really rough morning, as usual. I feel like that's pretty common lately. I met my new PCP. She was nice. I don't really feel like I'll ever have the same relationship with a doctor as I did with my pediatrician. She was just really like caring and understanding, and yeah. And then I moved and turned 21 in 2 months, and I can't see her anymore. But anyway, I met the new PCP, and she's keeping my thyroid medication at the dose it is now, which I'm thankful for because the other doctor wanted to decrease it, and to me, she's just trying to make me fat, and I didn't agree with lowering it, even though I know I've done a lot of damage from the medication. But I saw her, and then I also have to, well, she has to, and I'm waiting for her to call, do a consult, I guess, with the Pennsylvania Department of Health, because I test positive for tuberculosis. And with being a student nurse and graduating next year, it's kind of concerning because my chest x-ray was negative, but it still means somewhere in my body. Hi, sweetie. Do you want to come up? No? Okay. You might see my cat later. At some point, it could become active, and I could, be actively contagious and affecting others with TB. So I'm waiting to hear if I will get treatment for that. However, she doesn't think with my health and recent relapse and just damage I've done to my body, if there's my kitty. Hi, Ugsy. Can you say hi, sweetie? Okay. With the recent relapse, if my body could handle the aggressive treatment of 6-month course of antibiotics. So, hi. I then went to therapy, which I was in a really good mood, which is strange because, okay, sweetie, I love you too. Sorry. I went to therapy, and I was in a good mood. We had to go over my schedule because I finally got my schedule for my internship this summer. So it took like a half hour. And I feel like I pretty much wasted half the session on making sure I have sessions in the future. I mean, it was necessary, but at the same time, I feel like it was a waste when I had a lot of other stuff to talk about. I feel I wasn't completely honest with her today. I get really nervous because she tells me, I can't. She tells me I can't self-harm any longer because I am considered a risk to myself. But she's not going to hospitalize me or put me under a 302 section. So yeah, I have really strong impulses. I mean, I don't have any razors in my house or apartment, but I do have my scissors locked up, well, taped up, to just give like an extra don't do it, think twice type thing. I also have my meds locked as another like think before you do it. Like, do you know what you're getting yourself into? So those are like a few safety measures that I've put into place. But I feel like I can't be honest with her how much I'm struggling because I feel like I'm kind of on my last like try with her. She keeps saying like, you know, if you do that, I can't work with you. If you lose weight, I can't work with you. If you cut, I can't work with you. If you overdose, I can't work with you. And it kind of makes me realize that my past treatments as an outpatient have kind of let things slide, like the amount of stuff I could do while an outpatient. And apparently you can't do that really. Like the things I did in the past, if I did now, I'm pretty sure I would never see the light of day. But I am fighting nonetheless, for recovery. I've stopped trying to bargain. It's not worth it. But yeah, I was then driving on my way home, and I don't want to say I'm like in a manic state and not completely like not like hypomanic, just I don't know. I'm really kind of running on pure adrenaline right now, besides when I sleep. And after therapy, you know, I was just really in my head and driving, and it's a lot of backcountry roads. It's about a 20-minute drive. And apparently the speed limit is 45 through there. I got my first speeding ticket today, and I cried and started shaking, just like slight less than a panic attack. I honestly had no idea why he pulled me over. I just all of a sudden like looked back and saw lights, and I just, you know, pulled over thinking, oh, he's going to go around me. And then he told me to pull into the parking lot about a couple feet above, like in front of me. And he said, do you know why I pulled you over? I was like, no, sir, I'm really sorry. I don't. Like, I didn't know what I was doing. And I couldn't even remember what my speed was. I didn't even want to say anything because I didn't know what it was. And he was like, do you realize you were going 67 in I think it was a 45 zone. It was either 40 or 45. He's like, you were going over 20 over the speed limit. And I was like, oh my God. Like, no, I didn't know that. I'm sorry. Like, oh my gosh. And then I started shaking and crying, and he took my license back. And I mean, if he ran it, he obviously saw I've never done anything. I'm basically 21 and I have nothing on my license. I've never. And he came back and said he was only going to cite me for 10 over instead of the 20 some to lessen the fine and lessen the points. But needless to say, I am still really upset about it. So I came home, forced myself to eat because I didn't want to, and then went to sleep. And I actually slept on my couch from 1:30 to like 6. When I woke up, my cat was actually like laying on my chest, which is nice because I feel like he was caring and cuddly. So, but that was my morning. It's been rough. And then I'm supposed to drive about an hour north tomorrow to meet a friend, and then an hour east for an MRI on my knee to rule out a meniscus tear and or the tumor growing down into the joint. So we will see tomorrow, and then I get it read afterwards. I'm really nervous about driving because I obviously don't want to drive anymore. But I texted my therapist, and she hasn't gotten back to me yet. And I know I can't use this as an excuse to hurt myself because she's just going to see that I can't handle stressful situations, and most likely into the hospital I go. And if I start my internship and I run the marathon on Sunday and then the internship starts on Tuesday, can't really afford an inpatient stay. So, this is my video. If you have any questions, comment below. I don't know if anybody actually watches these, but if you do, thank you. And I look forward to another one. Bye.